sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The echoes of the Gallahorn and the Skol chant reverberate inside U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings.
2026 Minnesota Vikings.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olsen. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go from down to Minneapolis. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Vikings come out. Technically it is year 2 for J.J. McCarthy, but really it's year 1. Did not play at all in the regular season last year with the knee injury. The former Michigan Wolverine, the quarterback of the Vikings.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 6. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it's going to be 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison.
This is just like recess, just playing one-on-one football and saying, all right, I'm throwing you the ball, you got to go get open. This is a great job by the receiver selling it at the top of his route. The defender thought he was defending a deep ball. He sticks his foot in the ground and comes back. Well-timed, well-executed, and a nice pickup.
Jones now on 1st and 10. He kept waiting for that cutback lane to develop. It never did. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. 1st down, a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9
Recognizing
yards.
the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
Not much there, a yard or 2 down to the 48. Kingsley Enoch-Barre there for the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 16 on that pass play. 1st down, Minnesota.
First down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Quick throw, taken in, and this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down.
First and 10.
And now they find themselves on the verge of really putting together an opening statement drive here at the start of this game. But now that the field becomes condensed, continue to be smart in the way you attack this defense. The last thing you want to do is settle for 3 in what's been a very impressive opening drive.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Jordan Addison. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the Packers' 15-yard line.
They face second down and 7. To the air once more is McCarthy. And he overshot his man. Out of the end zone, that one's incomplete.
It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
A lengthy opening drive. Now comes to this. It is third down. Throwing again is McCarthy. Taking off, get there. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
And the Vikings.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. And he will wisely just get rid of this one and set up second and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. On the handoff, Jones. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. I would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Forced out wide, and he will take this one across into the end zone. J.J. McCarthy, touchdown Minnesota.
Touchdown Vikings.
A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. His kick is good. The Vikings will take a 7-0 lead.
Vikings 7, Packers nothing.
Riker out now, following the touchdowns, as he kicks this one away. He'll start at the 4. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you. These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
19 yards.
A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
And that's exactly what in the passing game, every throw as contested as possible, no separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Around the middle with Jacobs. And not much there. Held to no gain.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack, instincts and their vision case. The linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to attack and keep to a no gain.
From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. Now it looks like we have a player on the field. We have going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. They'll come up here, first 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Nice, this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 7.
25, here's second and 7. Once again, he'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down. Throwing is Love. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target. And now it's fourth down.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on fourth down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Vikings offense ready to get going with their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive first and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive, and he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
The ability to be
at the
effective on
42-yard
first
line.
down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line. 12 more yards from him there, and another first down.
Vikings.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they
First
can't
and
stop
10
it,
at the
keep running it
44-yard
until they
line.
can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. Got to imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look.
They'll go back to Jones on first down.
Aaron Jones on the carry. Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Edger and Cooper. They're on the tackle.
A 2-yard pickup.
And after that
brings
short
up
run, puts them a little
3rd
bit
and
closer
1.
to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and a yard. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to fight any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And this is going to work out just fine. Kick goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line. The Packers offense ready for their second possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. On play action, Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. And that'll help give him some space out of bounds, up at the 20-yard line. Terrific starter there. Gain of 15 and a first down.
1st and 10.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Here's Jacobs. Finding room at the 35. And he'll be brought down up around 38-yard
It's a
line.
gain of 18.
2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard
Really nice explosive
line.
play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38 as we are ready to get back underway. They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. They'll stay on the ground. Inside the 30. And he will score. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Packers will level things out at 7 apiece.
Brandon McManus.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Ty Felton now on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And this will wind up a Vikings first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back of it.
And it's a short pickup to about the 42. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Working out of the shotgun. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. 3rd down coming up.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
A give now, it's Jones on the zone read. He'll work this side to 35. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run support.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run. This is Mason. He'll push forward for about a yard. Javon Bullard there on the tackle.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 7.
First down away to the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll try and get there on the ground.
J.J. McCarthy.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. That one thrown behind his target, and It'll be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
Down at the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
McCarthy. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking them down and took them down for a loss.
On 4th down, it's Will Riker time for this Viking field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Riker's kick is good. And the Vikings will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Golden. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Just a little too much east and west there for my liking. I understand what they're trying to do, getting the ball out on the perimeter, but on these early downs, plant your foot and get downhill. Great job by the defense stringing it out, and they're able to force him down for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch, and brings up first down.
Jonathan Allen, big man from the interior, with the stop.
At the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8. The man in motion is Watson. They'll run the draw with Jacobs. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
That has to be a disappointing end to this drive. Just think, when they took the field on this possession, Mike, they're thinking they got a shot to go down there and take the lead, but they couldn't even get to midfield, let alone the end zone. If they end up getting another shot before halftime, they've got to find a way to have better execution than they did right here.
fair catch taken here, and it's going to come right at the 15-yard line.
First and 10.
The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. To the middle of the field. Taken in by Addison. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and a couple. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And it'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. Play action now. It's McCarthy. A throw on the move is caught. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
At the 48-yard line.
I love this call. My defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
They run straight ahead with Jones. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. And that's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
He'll step up and run. 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
13 more yards.
There's just so many ways this offense can beat you, Mike. He adds such a layer to this offense with their ability to use him as a designed runner, and we can see there as he picks up the first down.
On the ground is Mason, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Some defensive ends specialize in quarterbacks. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage. But that's it. It'll be 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll have more from Minneapolis. After this, good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Oh, this pass rush dialed in right now. They get him again. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. This a 42-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings can tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Reichert had the field goal a moment ago. He's back out now to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Packers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as he is stopped at the 35-yard line.
12 yards.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
2nd and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A 2nd down throw for Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Packers.
1st down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look them over during the break. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Love.
Love's pass.
That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. As the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
At the Vikings' 21-yard line.
Second and 7. Here's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Can they keep this drive rolling? Here is 3rd and inches. Love. Long, incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
It's clear from that 3rd down call, Mike, that they had already made up their mind that they would go for it on 4th down. Figured they still have that extra down in their pocket. On the defensive side of the field, now is the time to continue to be aggressive.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. quite a call there.
gain of
4th
6.
and inches.
That's
They go
another.
for it, and they gain
Packers
5.
First down.
I love
First
this
and
call,
goal,
Mike. Put
Green
the
Bay.
pressure on the defense to make the right decision. In this case, they decide to go after the running back, but it's the quarterback who pulls it and keeps it himself and is able to convert for the first down.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Now Love. And that's over everybody. Out of the back of the end zone. It is
Leads
incomplete.
to second and goal.
Smart decision there on 1st and goal. If it's not there early, don't get baited into a bad decision. Just throw it away and live for another down. Really nice decision-making here.
Brendan
Brings up 2nd and goal.
on for the Packer field goal. A 25-yard attempt.
McManus's
The
kick
kick
is good. And the Packers
score
will cut the
Vikings
lead from
13,
6 down to
Packers
3.
10.
What a methodical drive to close this half out. I mean, let's not forget, Mike, they get the ball after the break as well, so they get back-to-back. They call it doubling up possessions. Last one of the first half, first one of the second half. It's a great opportunity to put some distance between you and the opponent.
Brendan McManus.
4
to kick
seconds
off
still
for
to be
Green
played
Bay.
in this half as that one's away. From the end zone, here comes Felton. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula and come out on top in this tight one as we hit the second half. Three points, all that separates these two sides as half number 2 kicks off. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Packers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3.
He's tackled
Eric
at the
Wilson
32-yard line.
on the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Josh Jacobs. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. It's the quarterback with the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
Running is Jacobs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll run the sneak. And he'll get back to midfield, so no gain on that one.
It's a gain of a yard.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That's Dobbs open left side. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
That's another.
They get 18 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First down, Packers.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Packers.
2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
First down, Green Bay.
1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacob. And a nice game there on first down. He takes it forward for 8 yards.
Taken down
at this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll send a tight end in motion. Once again, it's Jacobs. And the Packers are going to be set up 1st and goal. Good running takes them down to about the 4.
And the Packers first down. 1st and goal.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
A tight end in motion now. Jacobs will try to push forward, but only a yard. Down to the 2.
Jackson on the stop. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Love to throw. That is caught side of the end zone. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Packers.
And this is where it pays to have a strong arm to throw this sort of outbreaking route, Mike, towards the boundary in tight coverage. You got to have a lot of faith that you're going to get that ball there. If you're a little late or this ball is underthrown, it could result in a pick 6 the other direction. Instead, he fires it and he puts it on a line, and the result is a touchdown.
McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers make the lead 4. It is 17-13.
McManus.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Price now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll move this forward out to the 29-yard line. Powerful Rashawn Gary there in run
2
support.
yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 29-yard line.
2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
A gain of 9
One of the
yards.
easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's McCarthy. He takes off. A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a 1st down.
17 yards. And the Vikings 1st down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
On the tackle.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer.
At their 49-yard
They have
line.
responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd
It's a
down.
gain of 4.
And this is where the
3rd and
versatility
6.
of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
On the give, it's Jones. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Down by Colby Wooden.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
A run. And here's Mason with good blocking leading the way. He's got the 1st down inside the 25.
A 7-yard gain. And the Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On the draw, here's Jones. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Packers' 14-yard line.
They run it once more with Jones. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
On the tackle.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, he knew where the ball was going. He got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here's 3rd and 2. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. Short pass caught by Oliver. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
That's another Vikings.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 11-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Back-to-back sacks back them up. What's going to happen now on 3rd and goal? They'll put Addison in motion. They'll look to throw for it with McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Jalen Naylor was the intended receiver that time. And now it's 4th and goal.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a one-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 9. In motion, Reed. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
It's a
Gain there of 11.
That's good.
First down, Packers.
First down. First
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Caught by Kraft. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second and 1.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's Jacobs. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
On the ground, it's Jacobs. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop him for no gain yet again. And now it's third down.
Third down and 9.
From the gun, it's Love. The throw on the run is complete. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football.
13
Here,
yards on the
he's got a
play.
first down.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
You just can't ask for better protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
He'll try again here. Second and 10. Now Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. Here comes third down.
The tackle by Isaiah Rodgers. It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That one's working up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Price now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
Here comes Aaron Jones and the Viking offense as they take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On the zone read, it's McCarthy. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Oftentimes, the more success you have as a quarterback keeping the ball, the more attention that you're going to get from the defense. And I think that's exactly the case here. They've been burned a few times by this guy already today, but this time they were ready for him.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. And 3rd down coming up.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This guy's like a man amongst boys right now out here, Mike, and you just don't see these sort of dominant performances on the NFL level very often. I mean, whether they got to double team him or keep sliding the protection to him, I don't care what they got to do. Someone has to block this guy because he's completely destroying the entire game.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. Love to throw on 1st and 10. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Complete to number 9, Christian Watson. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Here's Love. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in.
That's interference.
That might make this a 1st down.
Automatic 1st down.
On play action, Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
That's another
A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14.
1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
At the 11-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. On second down, Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He'll go underneath to Jacobs. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ty Felton now on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. Now McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
To the outside, it's looked in by Addison. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Double as good there. They get the first down and save a timeout. In motion, Naylor. Jones. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Keyshawn Nixon. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game.
So you find yourself in the 2-minute offense. You understand you're losing. There's a sense of urgency. There's a pace and a rhythm to your offense. But you can't be reckless. You don't want to turn the ball over. Give yourself as many downs as possible to bring your team back. And really nice job by the defense. They may have very well just sealed that win.
The Packers offense ready to get back to work. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But one first down will essentially end the game. Love quickly out to Watson. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. It comes with a minute 25 left to go in the contest.
And 2 at the 35-yard line.
Here's second and 2. run up the middle with Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. That's a second charge timeout for Minnesota.
That's good.
They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Green Bay.
They'll drop to throw. We'll get this one out to Jacobs. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Tackled back at the
Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Third and long. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.